Good morning, everyone. Welcome to today's live market color for 22nd of July 2024. We're excited to have you all here. We're very happy, and we hope we're going to have a wonderful time sharing our market insights, sharing our analysis, and sharing also our trade setups for the day with you guys. So we're going to head right into it. My name is CJ, and I'm going to be taking you through the dollar index, after which we're going to be looking at euro against the dollar, which is euro USD. And then we're going to be analyzing GBP USD, which is a Great British Pound, against the dollar. Afterwards, we're going to go on a very short break. And when we return, we're going to be analyzing gold against the dollar as relative to other precious metals. And then we're going to be looking at the Japanese yen basket and one or two other Japanese yen pairs to wrap up the morning session. All right, so I hope you're ready. One thing I would want you to do for us, which is what we usually ask for in return for all this favor we're giving to you guys, is to share the link to this market color with as many people as possible. Share the link with your friends, family, loved ones, especially those who are interested in trading. You can also share it to trading related groups on Telegram, Instagram, Facebook, and WhatsApp, and on Discord also, so that many more people will be able to join and partake of what we're giving to you guys for free. Okay, so right about now, we're going to be going straight into the analysis for the day. But before we do so, I just want us to just take a brief look at the fundamental news release we're expecting for today and for this week. So for today is very clear of any fundamental. Same thing for tomorrow. But on Wednesday, we're going to be seeing the PMI, which is the Purchasing Managers Index, which is the strength of or the purchasing power of many companies who are into manufacturing and who are into other services. So we want to measure that as a way of gauging inflation. So we'll be expecting that from mostly around Europe and America. So we're going to be expecting from Europe in French, for the French PMI, German PMI, and then we're going to be getting also PMI news release from the UK, which is Great Britain rather. And then we're going to also be expecting Canadian monetary policy report, because we're going to be releasing their interest rate on Wednesday. So Abi dollars, who's the queen of commodity currencies, will also give us an insight on that when the time comes. And then we're going to be expecting flash PMI, both for manufacturing and for services, from the US. And then on Thursday, we're going to be expecting GDP and unemployment claims, which is a weekly news release. And finally, a core PCE for this week. So you see that this week, the only heavy fundamentals we're expecting is on Wednesday, which is the PMI news release. But usually it always trends in the original direction of the market when it is released. Okay, so straight up into technicals for this week. So we're starting off with the dollar index. And if you look at the dollar index on the weekly time frame, you see that it has lost its momentum to move upwards completely. But quite interestingly, we didn't see it break below and close. All right, so I like to see candles close below a certain structure for me to have more confidence in seeing that structure broken. So we've been noticing that we've had our swing high and swing low of the dollar to be from here to here. So all that has been happening thus far since April, towards the ending of April to date, has just been a range. For me, I see it as a range. All right, so what I've been doing is buying at the lower range and selling at the upper range, because this is where the dollar index has been stuck. I want to see it break out of these levels. Okay, now we saw the dollar index create a lower high. We're expecting a lower low, but instead of creating a lower low, it reached just below here, and it looks like stop hunt. And afterwards, you can see that last week candle closed with a doji. So we might see the dollar index push up some more into the upper boundary of this range. I'm not saying it's going to start buying completely, but we might see it push up some more to the upper boundary of this range, seeing that there was a very quick rejection right here, and the low of June has been taken out. All right, so we've been looking out for the low of June all this while. Now you've seen that the low of June was taken out last week. Immediately the low of June was taken out, you can see the quick rejection to the upside. Sorry about that. You can see the quick rejection to the upside. So July has taken out June, and currently this is like the only liquidity point resting around this region. So that has been taken. Since we're going to be coming to the end of this month, by the beginning of next week, we might see the dollar index just range around here, or we might see it going for the high of June, because that is the next liquidity point that is available for price to grab, to somewhere around here. Okay, so now that it has taken the low of June, it didn't close below it. I'm suspecting that the high of June will be the next potential liquidity target for price. So for me, I'm expecting to see the dollar index take out this guy. This is the next liquidity point that I'm looking out for. All right, then based on market structure, if you look at it from the daily time frame, you can also see that we are stuck in a range. The price has not really moved in a clear direction. We saw a break of structure somewhere around June, and we're expecting that that break of structure was going to engineer the new buy structure of the dollar index. However, it couldn't break above the high, but instead it started selling below the low. So we might see the dollar index still trade a little bit upwards, like I said, just to grab this liquidity that is residing right here. This is one thing that we might see. So you can see that there was a clear break of structure to the upside, and here also there's a break of structure to the downside. So it's more like a range within this whole range. So this is the full range. Let me mark that out. All right, so this is the full range. We might see price continue trending within, or continue trading within this full range, and currently we're seeing it trending to the downside. One place I have been on the lookout to see price trade to is somewhere here. I've been waiting for price to trade there, but as of last week, it got very close. I was big on seeing it take out this low, but it didn't, because this was like the last liquidity point before this swing low right here. So I'm saying, in essence, for this week, we might see the dollar index push up some more to give a form of a retracement. And if it continues in that rally to the upside, the potential target will be this high. But if it doesn't continue in that rally, there is a low right here that is a target. And how will I now know where it is trending to? I would depend on my hourly structure, which is the 4 hours and the 1 hour structure, to give me clear insight. Now, for the 4 hour structure, price has not broken this high. Okay, so at this point, my lines are getting long, plenty and plenty. So I'm waiting for price to break here, okay, for me to fully now believe that price is going to come to take out this high, because this is the nearest high to reach. It should at least take out this high for me to believe it's going to come to take all the way out here. So I'm expecting to see price break this high into this week. If it doesn't break this high this week, then you know the target. Then target is now this low. So with what I'm seeing in price on the 1 hour time frame, I'm already seeing break of structure on the 1 hour time frame. So I'll be willing to see the dollar index sell a little more, moving at least to this level right here. At least to this level right here. If it doesn't do so, then we might see it go up. But for this morning, I'm big on seeing the dollar index sell off to this level right here, 103.420 region. Okay, 103 spot. Let me get the exact price point. Yeah, 420. Let's not say 419, because that's the original price. But then let's leave that aside. So I'm expecting to see price trade into this region right here for today and for the most part of this week. So this is the first objective I want to see. Let me mark that out. Okay, so I want to see price trading to here, and then maybe bust up at least. All right, but for today, I'm expecting the sell-off. After today, we might now see price trading up or trading to the downside. So there are two biases for price. So that when it trades here, it's going to trade up, or going to keep trading to the downside and then take out this low. So these are the two biases I have for the dollar index. Because I have this high right here and I have a low right there that I'm expecting price to take out. We're expecting to see subsequent rejection to this downside and take out this high, or price would go and take out the low. But for today, I'm big on seeing the sell-off of the dollar index before any buy takes place. All right, I hope this is clear and the analysis is well understood. All right, so let's go over to GBP, Euro USD rather, and see what we have for the day. Now on Euro USD, let me previous markups. Now, on Euro USD, if you're looking at it from the weekly time frame, you'd also see that Euro USD is kind of caught up in the range. Now the range is even looking clearer. Okay, so if you see, the range is from here. Okay, so this is the range that Euro USD has been caught up in, and it's a sell range. We're expecting that when it's done with this range, it will give us the clear direction of Euro USD, which is the overall sell direction. Because until price breaks out of this high, we are not buying Euro USD. I mean, long term, we're looking at monthly and weekly time frame. But then on the lower time frame, we can be taking positions in and out of this level. Okay, so back to what we have for today. For today on Euro USD, we're seeing how Euro USD did very similar thing to what the dollar index did. Immediately, it took out the high of last month. This is the high of June. Immediately, it took out the high of June. You see that price didn't close above it. It just rejected immediately. So it's telling us that this could be a fake high. All right, it just came to take out, to grab stop losses, or to create some stop hunt around this level. Afterwards, we might see Euro USD. Sorry about that. After that, we might see Euro USD continue selling to the downside because of the way it took out this high and rejected immediately. So Euro USD is still in a downtrend. We've not seen it break any high because this is the last buy trend. Sorry, last sell trend rather. So this is the last sell trend from here, swing high to swing low. After creating this swing low, it has not broken this swing high yet. You're still respecting it. The price may continue ranging within here, or clearly price will just break below and continue selling. But then on Euro USD, what I'm seeing here is that since price is within a range, like I said earlier, when price is in a range, whenever it approaches the upper boundary of the range, it will start selling. All right, I expect to see some sales on the upper boundary of the range. When it's in the lower boundary, I expect to see some buys. So because of where Euro USD is at the moment, I expect to see some buys I expect to see, some sales for Euro USD from where price currently is. So that is what I'm expecting to see today on Euro USD, some sales from this level, and I'll be looking to do just that. Okay, that's on the weekly time frame now. So let's go to the daily time frame. On the daily time frame, we're seeing that similar thing happened, but then on the daily time frame, price even closed above here, making it look like we're in a buy trend. However, you already know what we saw on the weekly time frame, so that could be what would instigate our sell bias for Euro US this week into some discount level. So even if we're in a buy trend, at least we should be expecting Euro USD to sell into some of these levels, like one is here. Even if we are in a buy trend, at least Euro USD should sell into those places. Another one is be somewhere around here. Okay, so like I said, even if we're in a buy trend, Euro USD should at least sell into any of these two levels. So give us some discount before it continues buying. So for me this week, for the first half of this week, until we meet again on Wednesday, I'm big on seeing a sell-off on Euro USD. Let's look out for entries on the hourly time frame. Now, if you look at the 4-hour time frame, one of the places that I really want to see Euro USD break for me to sell it very well is this low right here. Okay, on the 1-hour time frame, I've seen what I'm looking for to get good sales, but I want to see Euro 4 hours break this level right here. All right, so on the 1-hour time frame, you can see that we're clear to the downside on the 1-hour time frame, but we might see some retracement before the continuation to the downside. All right, so like I said earlier, this is kind of mixed. All right, because we are in a range, we could see buys coming in, we could see sales coming in. Earlier, I wanted to see Euro USD give me some good retracement to somewhere around here, because I was looking at the premium and discount array, and I was looking for price to come either here or here. Sorry. Or at least this place here. These are the two regions I was expecting this buy of, I think on Friday, to get to. Right? So this Friday's buy, I was expecting to get here. Today it opened and price didn't even get here before it started selling. So I'm still expecting to see if Euro USD is going to make that journey to this upside somewhere around here or here, then I can continue selling it, because where it currently is not really a good place to sell at the moment. If I would want to sell from here, I would rather wait to see price break this low, give me a retest, and then I sell. Instead, I would wait for price, or I'll wait for price to get to this level. Okay, so these are the 2 points I want to see Euro USD trade into before I take any action. I hope this is also clear. And moving on, we're at GBP USD. Very similar thing that we're expecting on GBP USD, what we're expecting on Euro USD. However, for GBP USD, we also saw that last week GBP USD gave us a stronger momentum to the upside compared to Euro USD. All right, and looking at the high of last month also, we also saw that GBP USD broke the high of last month, even closed above it, made it look like we are now in an uptrend. However, I'm still looking at this now. Follow me, guys. I'm looking at this as the upper boundary of my buy, of my sell rather, and then I'm looking at this as the lower boundary of the sell, because price broke the structure here. Are you seeing that? All right, now seeing that price has broken the structure this way, I'm expecting that after price is done with this range, when it's really done with this range, which is something I think it has achieved, we should be expecting some sales to the downside. So also for GBP USD, I'm expecting some sales to the downside. You can see that on the daily time frame, that sell is already coming in. I will see momentum for the sales. And if some of you remember a couple of weeks ago, when I marked this level right here, I said if GBP USD finally breaks out of this range that it was in, it was going to come and trade all the way to this level, because this is like the last liquidity point of this whole sell trend, because we're targeting diagonal liquidity, and this was the last one. We were expecting GBP USD to take it out, and we've seen that it did so last week. All right, so for now, I'm expecting sales on GBP USD to the downside from where price currently is, and to achieve that, on the intraday basis, I would be looking at my 4-hour time frame. Now, very interesting. One of the things I was waiting out for on Euro USD to play out on the 4 hours, you can see how that has played out on the on GBP USD, and that is very interesting. I was waiting for the 4-hour structure. Let's move to Euro USD. You can see that I'm waiting for price on Euro USD to break this low and retest it before selling. Now look at what GBP USD has done. That's broken the low and retested this breaker block right here. So I might be looking out for a GBP USD sell starting from even today. All right, because this is already the breaker block right here. So I'm expecting a GBP USD sell even from today. Seeing that price has tapped into the breaker block, we might see continuous sells to the downside. Okay, so if I see my entry signatures show up from anywhere around this level, or price comes back to retest this breaker block again, I'll be looking for shorts on GBP USD. Okay, so my bias for today on GBP USD is sell, and one of the targets we'll be looking out for on GBP USD sales will be previous liquidity points, which is here. This is one of the places expecting sell-off. Also here. So I'm looking out for both internal and external liquidity. At least first off, we'll be looking to target either of these two levels before we look out for the ones that are lower than these two levels. Okay, so I hope this analysis is very clear. If you have any questions, you can start asking your questions now. All right, Olani Afi says box pattern on Dixie on H1 and retest of left shoulder. Let's look at Dixie quickly and let's see. Okay, so we're looking at, I think you're looking at this box pattern right here. This one right here. Please, if I'm correct, just signify in the chat box. Okay, so I think this is the box pattern you're looking out for. But for us to look out for this box pattern right here, we need to see this break. We need to see price break this high, because for the box pattern to form, there needs to be a left shoulder, a sweep, and then a break of structure. Left shoulder, sweep, break of structure, then return to the left shoulder. Okay, so I hope this is clear. This is one mistake many people have made using the box pattern. So there needs to be a left shoulder, a sweep of the left shoulder, a break of structure, and then a return. So we've not seen that break of structure yet. That is why I'm not marking this left shoulder yet, because the box pattern is not complete. Okay, I hope you understand, Mr. Olani Afis. Porter's FX says, CJ, okay, thank you very much. I really appreciate. I really appreciate. Thank you. Alamin Miyaki says, please can you incorporate why there will be uptrend or downtrend? Not I'm expecting price to go up or go down. Now, when I say I'm expecting price to go up or I'm expecting price to go down, that is one of the reasons why I start my analysis for the week on the weekly time frame, so that you know the overall bias in terms of trend. Okay, you know my overall bias in terms of trend. If you look at the weekly time frame of GBP USD, for instance, this is the weekly time frame of GBP USD. I showed you this swing high and this swing low. I showed you the break of structure that indicated that we are now in a downtrend. All right, so price has broken the structure, created a new sell structure to show that we are in a sell trend, we are in a downtrend. So that was very clear. I explained it. Then I also said that price went all the way back up here to take liquidity on this sell trend. So I've been mentioning sell trend, sell structure. So price went all the way up here to take out this sell liquidity. If you look at it on the daily time frame, you see it. So I indicated that this is the level where I suspected price came to take out liquidity from. And after grabbing this liquidity, I am now expecting the sell to continue from here. Okay, so because we are in an overall sell trend, until price breaks this high before I start looking out for buys. All right, so if I say I'm expecting price to sell, I've done the analysis already, and I'm seeing that we are in a predominant sell trend. So I'm expecting price to sell from this place. And moreover, this is also a premium level of this whole swing. So if you're looking at this swing on the weekly time frame as one full swing, this is a premium level, and we sell at premium while we buy at discount. So this is a good place to sell from. That is why I said I'm expecting the sales. Already you can see on the daily time frame that the sales have already started coming in. So even though we might be skeptical because of the lack of unanimous decision on sentiment for the dollar, you might not see GBP USD selling so fast. At least we should see it sell into one of these levels. Okay, we should see it sell at least into one of these levels to get some decent intraday trades for about maybe 50 pips, as the case may be. You can see that this is even up to 100 pips. So this is good for intraday. All right, so that is why I said I'm expecting a sell, because I've done my structural analysis. I've seen that we're in a sell trend. Price has traded into premium, which is a good place to sell. So hence, once again, I say it, I'm expecting a sell. Now, Overx also said that he's expecting a buy. Now, if you look at what GBP USD has done in previous days, I know we're seeing this strong buy. All right, the buy is looking very strong. Well, at least, even though we are seeing this as maybe a buy trend, if you're looking at it from this level just here, based on what is showing on the chart alone, we're seeing it as a buy. At least you should be able to look out for premium discount array on this, you see. So if we're looking at premium discount array on this guy, you should be expecting that price may be selling to this this other block right here at the middle here. That is why I'm expecting price to trade into this range at least. All right, even though it's going to, even if it continues the buy to the upside, it should at least give us some discounts to this level. I hope you understand. So some discounts to somewhere around here, then maybe a buy backup in case price really wants to continue buying, then that would be good enough for us. But then I'm looking at this range from the weekly time frame. Until price breaks this range before I change my bias fully to a buy for GBP USD. But for now, it's on an intraday basis, I'm looking out for what price is going to do, whether a buy or a sell. Okay. So for yesterday, for last week, we were able to take advantage of this sell. I think from Thursday or Friday, we're able to take some shots on GBP USD. And then currently with what I'm seeing now, I would want to see price just trade into this level, at least for a sell-off, before we now check out to see the next thing that price is going to do. Okay, so you said you're looking out for a liquidity sweep at 29400 as a liquidity sweep. So let's look out. Let me check 29400 level. Okay, let me check it on the hourly time frame. Oh, okay. So I see what you're saying now. This 29400. Now, if you remember earlier, I said that we might see price trade further into this breaker block. Look at this 4-hour breaker block. Okay, so this is a 4-hour breaker block, this guy right here, and price has broken it and retested it. However, I said that the retest is, I'm saying that the retest is quite quick and sudden. So we might see price trade deeper into this breaker block before selling. So I see where you are getting your buy bias from. So truly, you might see price trade above 29400, 1.29400 level, and maybe somewhere into this breaker block properly before we now start seeing that sell. Okay, so I'll be waiting for my entry signatures for the sell either here or inside of this breaker block when price grabs this liquidity and is ready to sell off. Okay, so I hope this is clear. And if you have any other question, always feel free to ask your question, or if you have a comment or a contribution to this analysis, always feel free to share. Thank you very much, Overwax, for pointing that out. And thank you, Olani Afis, for also pointing out the possible box pattern on Dixie, and thank you, Alamin, for also pointing out the need to explain further what we mean by the directions we're expecting price to trade into. Okay, so quickly we're going to go on a very short break, and when we return, we're going to be having the analysis for gold. We're going to be having analysis for the yen pairs. Okay, so stay tuned, and when we return, we'll be having those.
And powered by our preferred broker, Okta. So it's a very good morning from here, and we'll be looking at the analysis on the precious metal and the yen basket. Thank you very much, CJ, for the extensive analysis for DSY and also for the other dollar converted pairs. So this morning, let's quickly move into the analysis of the precious metal. Now, if you look at the precious metal, the past few weeks has been what we've been looking for, like what exactly wants to happen within this range. As we all can see, within this range, it's been a very, very mixed day for the precious metal. However, last week, Monday, at the opening of the week, we saw from Monday to Wednesday, we saw the utmost high being cleared by the precious metal. It cleared everywhere to the upside and just with a week. And it closed back into the range of what on Thursday and Friday. And that's a very big concern for everyone trading the precious metal, because our analysis is we expect it to come and clear all this low that we have here. We expect the price to come and clear all this low here. But we couldn't see that all through after it cleared the old high. Now, moving forward this week, all we are expecting is for the precious metal, since it already created a boss failure pattern, as we already have it here, like we all see, we see the boss failure pattern. So we expect as price comes back into that shoulder should push price up a bit again. Then before we now see a clear decision to short it to the downside. However, we still expect, like we are seeing on DSY, that for this week we may be seeing DSY going a little bit down, then resume an uptrend. But you know, for the past few weeks now, we've been seeing some level of divergence between the DSY and the precious metal. So this week we are also looking at probably the same thing happening for them to have a diverging move, meaning if we see the the DSY going down, we will see precious metal also shooting down because we have this liquidity level in play. But like we said, for precious metal, the past few weeks is just for you to grab what you can see in between the price and follow it through. All right, so let's quickly look at on 4-hour time frame. Now on 4-hour time frame, this particular zone, as you can see on the daily time frame earlier, is the failed shoulder that was broken to the upside. So we expect price to get here and begin to buy to the upside. And when price gets to this flip zone again, we expect some level of sell to the downside because we can see what has been happening so far. And within the range, we'll just see the precious metal, push a bit up, then come down again. So that has been the move all through. But if you look at the general move for precious metal since the April of this month, since the beginning of the year rather, you're going to see the overall move has been an uptrend. So the downtrend we are expecting is just more of a retracement before it resumes its uptrend. Now let's check our lower time frame. If you are going to see our entry using our boss pattern, and on the lower time frame, entry using our boss pattern has not really formed. However, I know someone will be like, yes, this is an entry somewhere around this place. You can see this is an entry somewhere around this place. Like you can see, there's a sweep, a possible break, price comes back. It already tested it before, and there's high probability for the precious metal to come and clear liquidity here first before retracing back to the upside. So I would always advise until you see your entry signature, of which we use in trading the precious metal, don't go full into the trade. All right, but you may just want to scalp through if you look at your lower time frame. Now looking at 15-minute time frame right now, we've not really seen any clear move for the precious metal. The whole market is just still mixed up right now. But look, going into tomorrow or into the New York session this afternoon, we may see some level of clarity in the market. As the markets, due to the opening gap that we can see here today, we've seen price retrace back to that level. And the overall move that we are still looking out for is still let it buy into that zone we mark at the upside, which is somewhere around this place. Then we can easily follow it to the downside. I would also like, since we are not seeing any entry on the higher time frame, can we just quickly take a peep into the lowest time frame, which is 5 minutes. Even on 5 minutes, we are not seeing anything to give us a clear prediction that where exactly we are going this morning for precious metal. So I would advise, if you are a gold trader, today is just a day that you watch the chart until you see your entry signature. And if your entry signature is not showing up, better you stay out, because we don't force any trade on this particular pair. But you force it, it forces you out. All right. So that is for the precious metal for today. Now let's quickly take a look at the yen basket. What has been going on with the yen basket? The yen basket happens to give us what we've been anticipating for a very long while now. We've been anticipating the yen basket, to buy for some weeks now. However, we've seen for the past 3 weeks, it's been pushing up and letting us know since it's resuming its uptrend. Now, last week, we saw how price, traded into our POI, because we expect the buy to get to this flip zone. You see it now. There's a very strong support that was broken. So we expect price to react at that point. And that was what happened on Thursday. You see that happened on Thursday. Now, moving forward this week, I am still of the opinion that we may see some little retrace more of the yen basket into this particular order block. Then we'll see the buy resume fully. This is the two scenario. Is either we see it retrace a little bit to this order, then the other block here, and resume its buy, or it comes a little bit down more to this shoulder. As you can see, this is the shoulder here, to this shoulder, and resume fully to the upside. Now, this full move to the upside that we've seen here, if you look at the other yen correlated pairs, starting from GBP JPY, we've seen how it's just been selling to the downside, but we still expect it to pull back to the upside. On Friday, we have some levels marked out for GJ that we want to see, price get to so that we can sell. And so price couldn't get there, which you can see here. This is the shoulder, the sweep, and the break. So we expect price to come back into the shoulder region. They just tap it with just some little, move here. You can see just a little. That's what we see happen. It's just a little tap that happened that Friday before market begin to sell possibly to the downside. And the opening today creates a very big push to the downside for the GBP JPY. So that is another reason why, because what we've been looking for is price to come and clear liquidity around this level. If you remember, that was our analysis on Friday, that if price gets here, we expect it to come and clear liquidity around this level. And now we've seen it clear everything to the downside. But if you go back to your 4-hour time frame, there is a zone. Good. Price came all the way, cleared all this diagonal liquidity, as you all can see here, and begin to see some reaction to the upside. Now, if you go to your lower time frame and you see your buy signature to take the GJ to the upside, then you can easily follow, knowing fully well that this is where we see expect price to come into, which is the shoulder here, and at the same time clear the liquidity around this level and begin to sell back to the downside, because the move that gets to this place is right from our monthly time frame, where we've been expecting price to get to on the monthly time frame and begin the massive sell of GBP JPY. Now we've seen that happen, and if what we are expecting on the yen basket happens, that is the pullback on the yen basket to the downside, then we expect GBP JPY to rally all the way into this zone, then in the full sell of GBP JPY. Now, if you go to the 5-minute time frame, let's quickly look at 15-minute time frame to see what exactly is going on TJ. Now, if you look at 15-minute time frame, we are going to see that our shoulder that we marked on Friday, our price just tapped into that zone and begin to move all the way to the downside. So that is a real move for us. However, we've seen a clear of liquidity around this side. If you go to your lower time frame, you may see your boss pattern happen there. Great, I'm seeing something like that here, which this may serve as my shoulder and sweep. Then we've seen the possible break. So we may see price retrace all the way into this particular zone here. It may retrace all the way into this particular zone here. Then when it gets here, it begins to buy all the way to the upside again. So if price retraces to this place, I may want to take the short, the long of GBP JPY to the upside with SL just below this low here. That is a very good one if you can take that. Now, if you look at it on the back to the 1-hour time frame, we are going to see that we've not seen any clear structure. However, we are expecting price to come to still retrace all the way to the upside. Okay, so that is what we are looking out for GBP JPY. Now, if you look at other pairs, other yen pairs, particularly AUD JPY, you are going to see we have a similar structure on them across board, similar structure across board for GBP JPY, AUD JPY. That's the same thing happening around there. As a matter of fact, that of AUD JPY price did not really tap into POI before it fell off on Friday. You can see it just some few things before it sell off all the way. So what you just do is when you see the moment you see your entry signature on the lower time frame, you may want to give it a shot, a trial to follow it all the way up. Now, a quick look at USD JPY. Now, if you look at USD JPY from the higher time frame, 4 hours. Remember, for the higher time frame for USD JPY, after the call of the trade that we had last week from Gulf, to see how price moved all the way to the upside, to buy how it worked out. However, I am seeing a boss pattern somewhere around this place for the USD JPY, which is somewhere here, and that is why we see that sharp reaction of price when it gets to that zone, which is this place. Now we've seen sharp reaction into that zone. However, price did not really tap into it. You can see just few pips more, price did not tap into it. If we look at it on the 1 hour time frame, we are going to see what exactly is going on there. Good, great. This is the shoulder between the sweep and the possible break. So I am still of the opinion that we may still see the last leg of UJ to this downside, tap proper into this place. As a matter of fact, we may see it, tank a little bit to this level here. Now, the moment it gets into this zone or here, you may want to take your buy to the upside and follow through, knowing pretty well that we are expecting the yen basket to retrace a bit into our POI. All right. So that is all for the yen basket and yen correlated pairs with the precious metal. If you have any question, please let me know. Oh, Sai said, am I the only one that couldn't hear the voice? Please, I want to believe that is from Said's side. Can everybody hear me, please? Please let me know in the chat. Okay. Oh, thank you so much. Said, I think it's from your end. So if there's any question, please, you can easily type in the chat box. Let's quickly look at it as fast as possible. If there's any question, let's quickly look at it as fast as possible before we move on. Now, just a very quick announcement. All right, thank you so much. Thank you. Just a very quick announcement that our ATM cash flow training in the city of Abuja for this month is starting this week on the 24th to 26th of this month. For everyone who already registered, I believe you already received the address for the event, so make sure you are there and take advantage of it. And if you've not registered, the registration is closing by 3 p.m. today. 3 p.m. today, make sure you register and be part of it. Like we said, we are giving out a $5,000 account to some people if you are part of the lucky winner at the training. So you may want to be part of it. Make sure you enroll as fast as possible before the window closes by 3 p.m. today. So we'll be expecting you there. And by 3 o'clock also, we'll be having the recap of the New York session of the market caller today. Make sure you are there and we are going to see what exactly has happened in the market and where are we heading to. Like we've always known that every Monday like this, the market starts on a very quiet note before we see liquidity, being injected into the market and we follow through that day. So make sure you trade cautiously and use your proper risk management strategy today. Cheers and God bless. Thank you for joining. Oh, sorry, Aliu said entry signature. Do you mean candle pattern or what? Now, our entry signature all through on the market color has always been the boss strategy. So if you see the boss pattern, that is the entry signature I am equal to. You see the boss pattern, then you may take advantage of it. That's what I'm trying to say. Or if you have your own entry signature that you use aside from the boss pattern, you may also want to, take advantage of that. Does that make sense? Values. All right. So thank you very much. To meet by 3 p.m. Make sure you are there. 3 p.m. We are going to do proper analysis deeply again into the chat. Thank you so much. All right. See you by 3 p.m. Cheers and God bless. Cheers and God bless.
If you're in the city of Abuja and you want to learn a skill that can help you earn as you learn, then listen up. Now, it's a common saying that it takes an average of 3 years to learn a skill and become profitable at it. How about I share a secret with you that can help you shorten that journey and help you make consistent weekly cash flow, meaning you get to earn while you learn? Allow me to introduce you to the ATM cash flow training. This is the only trading course that can take a total beginner trader up to an intermediate level and up to an advanced trader, taking you from basically zero to hero. This training will be starting from the 24th of July to the 26th of July live in the city of Abuja, and we're going to have our CEO with us, Ejimi, the profitable investor. It doesn't end there. Even after the training, there's going to be weekly follow-up classes with you and facilitators of the EFT Academy to ensure your profitability. Tell me, how much better does it get? If this is something you're interested in, send us a DM and we'll get you started. If you're in the city of Abuja and you want to learn a skill that can help you earn as you learn, then listen up. Now, it's a common saying that it takes an average of 3 years to learn a skill and become profitable at it. How about I share a secret with you that can help you shorten that journey and help you make consistent weekly cash flow, meaning you get to earn while you learn? Allow me to introduce you to the ATM cash flow training. This is the only trading course that can take a total beginner trader up to an intermediate level and up to an advanced trader, taking you from basically zero to hero. This training will be starting from the 24th of July to the 26th of July live in the city of Abuja, and we're going to have our CEO with us, Ejimi, the profitable investor. It doesn't end there. Even after the training, there's going to be weekly follow-up classes with you and facilitators of the EFT Academy to ensure your profitability. Tell me, how much better does it get? If this is something you're interested in, send us a DM and we'll get you started. If you're in the city of Abuja and you want